In this NC Shop Floor Programmer tutorial, we're going to look at how we can make tooling for our CNC machines. Within the Shop Floor wizard, resource creation is where we need to be for creating tools, giving us multiple options to create milling and drilling items, styluses for probing, and assemblies. We'd recommend making a tool assembly first, as this allows you to make a milling or drilling item afterwards if needed. As we drop down, we can pick what we want to do. If we want to make an insert holder, a normal end mill, a face mill, conical tool, slot cutter, barrel mill, or lens mill, we can select accordingly. To start off, let's create an end mill. This process is simple. Click on the dimension that you want with a double click and you can change a parameter. For instance, if the hub diameter is 12mm, we can adjust it to create a 12mm end mill. We can click the relevant dimensions and we can see that the end mill created matches the specification from the tooling supplier. Let's give this a name, like 12mm end mill, and specify a supplier. We can also edit parameters related to feeds and speeds or other technology, all of which can be saved on the tool. Once we're happy everything's alright, then we can click OK. From here we can add a holder. By clicking on Add, we can choose from a simple prismatic holder, a conical holder, or one that we've previously made. For the conical option, we can add or remove stages and size them as needed. So let's change the internal diameter to 12mm. We'll name it appropriately, like a BT40 or BT50 holder with a 12mm end mill, and click OK. Once saved, we can see the fully built tool, and we can adjust its positioning. If an issue arises, it's flagged within the NC Shop Floor Programmer, allowing us to clear problems and minimise them as needed. Click OK and look over at the milling resource to see our tool in the tree. We can then repeat the process to create another tool, like a face mill. And after selecting it, we get the face mill prompt, allowing us to change the dimensions again as needed. We can add a holder if we desire so, or proceed without one. And this will provide us with a usable face mill. We'll create a second end mill. So adjust the top dimension this time to be 6mm. You'll notice that all the required dimensions update as we modify that linked dimension. Dimensions can also be dragged to adjust the tool layout as you desire. For instance, we may want the length here to be 40mm and the overall length to be 60mm to be more representative of the tooling that we have. And finally, we'll remove the corner radius, as that's more like the one we have in the shop. Rename the part as you desire and save it for later use. With all of our tools made, we can close the resource generation and begin programming. If you have existing tools, these can be added from the bottom bar within the Setup toolbar via the Tool and Assembly search button, or you can access them through the Machining wizard. By clicking Search, we can find a specific tool, whether a component or an assembly, and search the database or look in a library to locate previously made tools, making it easy to bring any of them in as you need. Another way to get tools for the CNC machine is from another product. Using the search bar, we'll look for the standard milling tools file. Right click on it and select Open Advanced. We'll then choose With All Representations to get all the available data for this part. We'll head to the compass and click on the Shop Floor Machining app within the NC Shop Floor Programmer role to open the file with. This updates the view to show the tools that we might need. So when we return to the original part, we can actually utilise all of these different tools within this very part. To bring in a tool from the standard milling tools, we'll go to Setup and then Import Amount Resources, so we can import the tool assembly from the top. We then click on the standard milling tools and choose our desired size. For example, this 4mm ball nose. and if the tool number already exists, then Delmia prompts us to change it, but we can still bring in the part to use anyway. Once all the necessary tools are imported, we simply press escape to exit the import resource function. And remember, we're here to help. So, if you have any questions or run into any difficulties while using the NC Shop Floor Programmer or any of the tools on the 3D Experience platform, then be sure to get in touch with our expert technical support team via the details on screen.